Life is a runway. Listen, here's what it's all about. I tell you, life is a runway. Time to bring what's on the inside out into the light.
Cheers, beauties! Guess who's walking the New York Fashion Week runway? At 58 years young, I'm so excited to be chosen by Create and Cultivate and DSW to walk the Runway Redone show in New York City. Fortunately for me, I'd planned to meet up with my fierce sister, Jacqueline Depaul, for a walkthrough for our Fierce Con Projecting Confidence Masterclass with our partner, Strivectin. As Jacqueline is headed across the pond to walk the Paris Fashion Week runway next week, she is here to give me some pointers and to show me the way. After spending some time with Jacqueline today, I'm ready to kill it in New York. I'm fierce, I'm badass, and look out, New York Fashion Week. Here I come.
Yeah, from right here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I think your friend is.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
I can't hear her. Are you there?
Uh-oh, maybe CGO isn't quite ready. Time to call in a big gun. Meet my friend and fierce sister, Veronica Webb. She is the ultimate supermodel. Veronica is one of the first African-American supermodels to break barriers in the beauty and fashion industry. She's the creative behind her lifestyle blog, Webb on the Fly, and her message is own your age, own your beauty, own your power. Veronica was fierce long before there was a revolution.
Hi, are you here?
Hey,
Hi.
it's you. What's up, supermodel?
Jacqueline is here. This is my friend Jacqueline. You guys are the real supermodels.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh my gosh, you look like you're like 20.
Of course.
It's the power of the internet. I think life is a runway.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, tell us more. For you.
Since I was a little kid, I was so tuned into the power of fashion to make you feel, confident, to make you feel purposeful, to give you it's almost like mental and emotional exercise getting dressed, because from the moment you wake up and you decide what you're going to do and you put your hand on the closet door and you start to put your look together, you're rehearsing for your day. You're rehearsing for your life. And then, the minute you are together and you walk out of your room, even if it's, when I walk past my 4 teenage girls, so there's 3 girls and 1 boy, but, when I walk past, my girls, it's like, I'm on a runway. It's like I'm showing them how to project that attitude into life that says, this is who I am. This is the respect I command. These are the kind of tasks that I'm going after. And so, for me, it's cosplay, but it's also mental and emotional work that we do every single day. That's about personal reinforcement. It's like, how can I make myself feel stronger? How can I make myself feel more confident? How can I make myself how can I create this character who I want to become? How can I create this situation that I want to make manifest? So life is a runway.
I love that. That was awesome. And that is, you just said really what FierceCon is. That's the essence of it. The whole weekend is about being and not doing. And that's why we're starting with Miss Jacqueline's workshop. It's about projecting confidence, getting people to switch into a space of inner confidence, getting the body language and everything, and then taking it out into the world, no matter where they are at any moment. It's so empowering to know we just go internally and we shift our energy and we project that outward. So I love that you just shared that.
So I think that, you've been on the runway all your life. So there's no need for you to worry about New York Fashion Week.
That's awesome.
It's true. It's just march down there like you're walking down a street with some men hooting at you.
Yeah. Well, well, you guys are used to.
Well, no, because you don't get negative attention in runway shows. That's one of the reasons why I was also attracted to fashion, because I was a little girl. I was born in 65, so I was a little girl during the 70s and then came to New York during the 80s and most of the 90s. And that was still when, you know, catcalling was okay. You know, people could touch you on the street. And so you didn't really have that. You had your freedom of expression in terms of fashion was very limited because I was always dressing for safety, you know, rather as much as I was dressing for self-expression, but also from like the moment that I would get up in the morning and start getting dressed, I would calculate like my route, who I would encounter, and dressing in a way that would not provoke any kind of negative attention. I think that women are so much more, and so that's what attracted me to fashion and the runway. It was a space where the creative expression of fashion didn't have, you know, these kind of social boundaries on it, or these like social dysfunctional boundaries on it, you know, where you couldn't just put on what you wanted to put on and not have people ridicule you. And that's, you know, either catcalling or other women. But it was like a really free space to express like the love of color and form and fabric and just ideas of who and what you could become and want to be.
That's awesome. I love that. It's so empowering. So is that going to be your book, Life is a Runway?
I don't know. Hang on one second. Actually, I just have a friend who just landed on the runway at JFK. So let me just tell her.
The other runway.
The other runway.
For
the runway I was talking about in my blog post. That's the only runway I've ever been on.
Yeah.
So tell me some of the things that you're thinking about that are worrying you or concerning you about being on the runway. I mean, there's more to it than just getting out there, you know, and putting your Crocs on and sort of like, you know, sloshing down from one end to the other and coming back. There's certainly an art to it and other stuff that goes. But tell me some of the questions that you have.
Well, what I'm very delighted about, first of all, I have no information about what I'm doing. I'm going to get there and we're having sort of, you know, some workshops the day before and we'll get more information then. But fortunately, it's about the shoes, so I'm not as worried about the clothes, but it's also all real women. These are real women who, you know, got this opportunity based upon their stories, you know, being an inspiration. So I'm assuming, again, I don't have a lot of input about it yet, but I'm assuming they want us to really be ourselves and allow our natural personalities to shine, because I think you know by now, pretty goofy and silly and, you know, don't take myself terribly seriously. I take what I do seriously, but I really think that this is going to be one of those moments where I just go in there and enjoy every second of it and stay out of my head and go into my heart and be very present and just like, wow, I cannot believe, like, this is a dream come true. And it's not like I'm trying to be you or Jacqueline. My goal in life is not to be a runway model or a supermodel. It's really to be the best person, the best human I can be, a role model in every way. And my walking that runway, and I'm doing it for every single woman out there that didn't believe in herself, every single woman in my community that, you know, lost confidence, was really beaten down. And now we're beaten down culturally based upon our age. And I'm like, no, cast that aside, keep that dream alive, go for that dream no matter what, believe in yourself, because if I can do this, you know, I'm just like every single one of them. I'm really normal. I don't, you know, like I didn't go to New York in my 20s. I wasn't in major magazines. I haven't been in, you know, a contract with Revlon, all the things you've accomplished. I'm just little old me, you know, that is living a dream. And if I can do that, any woman can do this.
Well, I think all of us have something that's extraordinary inside of us. We really do. And it's just a question of whether or not you have the encouragement and then the courage to find it. I think, you know, you really don't need my advice, Catherine Grace, because one, I think you touched on what's extraordinary inside of you. And two, you know, you hit on what makes a model a supermodel. And that's, you know, people relate to models because of the feelings that they convey. You know, there's tons of girls who are like prettier than me, stronger than me, fitter than me. But, you know, it's about expressing joy and all kinds of feelings through fashion or whatever, you know, whatever medium you work in. But you hit the nail on the head. It's about, you know, just being you and expressing that and taking what you do seriously, but not taking yourself seriously.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm sure I just sounded like I was totally full of myself, but.
No, you know what? I think that's just what's so endearing about you. Like, you could be and you're not. You're so lovely. I mean, you just are. Look at you hopping on here in 2 seconds. You know, I give you like basically no notice, and you come in from a photo shoot, and you know your husband's flying in tonight, and you make time. Like, that's what you do. You're just lovely.
We have to support each other. Like, you know, if you don't support your girlfriends, like if your girlfriend says, I'm going to open a business, or I want to do what you do. Well, if she's going to open a business, you know what? You better buy something, and you better ask her if you can help her in any way you can. And then even if she doesn't need your help, go by one night and like wipe the counter, sweep the floor, or go with her to make the drop at the bank. If your girlfriend says, I want to do what you do, show her how.
Yeah, I love that. It's wonderful advice. Well, I know that my lovely DSW and Create and Cultivate will be so delighted to see this video. And here you are, this amazing supermodel, oh my God, giving me advice to walk the runway and have this opportunity, like I said, for all these women. Thank you so much for just being a lovely human and an incredible role model for all of us.
And likewise. And you know what? A little later, we're going to get together offline because I have some advice I want to ask you about.
You bet. That would be awesome. You bet. I'm here for you anytime. And I don't know if I'll see you in New York, but I hope so. I mean, I'd love to see you when I'm there.
I know you said that you're going to be here like around the 6th. So I'm not sure what's happening because Fashion Week's crazy town, but let's try to get together for sure.
Okay. Sounds good. And then if we can get you out here for FierceCon, even better.
We'll talk about that on the phone too. We'll talk about that. And Jacqueline, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much, sweetie. All right, so just message me and we'll hop on a call.
Okay.
Thanks.
Happy holiday weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too. Bye, love.
Bye. See you on the runway.
Bye.
Bye.